Hey friends, I'm glad that you're choosing to join me today. And I know that I shot a video not too long ago. It was a short, like minute and a half video or something to that effect. But the reason that I'm choosing to do this video right now is because I was just reminded of a very special and important person in my past who's no longer with us. And his name is Scott Dinsmore. If you aren't familiar with him, look up on, just do a Google search or whatever, Scott Dinsmore. You can look up Live Your Legend. But he had a major impact in my life, and unfortunately, he's no longer with us. But he had a lot of friends because of his belief in that you can make a living doing whatever you're passionate about and bringing this community together so that we could all share and learn and grow and connect. And it was a huge movement. It was all over the globe, and it all started with just like one meetup. I think it was in Australia is where it initiated from the meetup, and then it went all over the world. It was so absolutely crazily insane awesome is what it was. And I remember, because I used to be a Live Your Legend host, and we would get together and we would encourage and we would kind of bounce ideas off of each other and we would cheer each other on, and we would have like crazy energy dance parties, and we would video, and sometimes we would share these videos so that others could see like what we were doing, and basically it was like we were cheering everybody on all over the world. It was, like I said, it was incredibly amazing what was happening with that. But I was just thinking of something that he had said, and it was when we were doing like the hosting, and the power of oh, I'm trying to think of how it was said. Something like, if you don't believe, the best way to do something that you don't have the confidence that you can do. So the best way to do something you don't feel like you can do is to get yourself around other people who are actually doing that. And I was just thinking how awesome that feeling was, how amazing that feeling was to be around other people who were being your cheerleader, not just locally, but globally, all over the freaking world. People were like, "You can do this," or "Try this," or "Here's how I did it." And I hope that I get to be that person. I really hope that I mean, I already do. I try to let people know anything that, if you are passionate about something, don't settle for doing something that makes you freaking miserable. I know too many people who are in careers that dread going to work. I used to be in that position where I would be driving to work, literally crying, on my way to work, already stressed out because my work phone was like going off while I'm on the way there, stressing me out, and having knowing that when I got to work that we were going to fire somebody, and they had no idea, and they were going to arrive to work as if it were a normal day, and we were going to allow them to work half the day, and then halfway through the day we're going to call them in the office, or at the end of their shift we're going to call them in the office and let them know that they no longer have a job. And it was really hard for me, because it's hard for anybody. Hard for anybody who has any empathy. But because I was close to some of these individuals, I knew what was going on outside of their work life. I knew what was going on in their home life and their personal lives, and to have that stress of knowing this is what I'm going to have to be a part of was really, really difficult for me. And it was kind of interesting because I manifested a certain future into my life, and that's going to be one of the workshops that I have. But I manifested this future where I was I was doing something that I loved. I was helping people. I was making a difference, and that's what I'm getting to do now with Embrace Your Life Coaching and Fitness, and with To the Next Chapter, which is my nonprofit organization where I help youths basically figure out their next chapter and their road. And but when I lost my job, I was like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? I didn't lose my job. I gave them a 2 months notice so they could train somebody to fill my position, and they didn't take advantage of that, but they actually treated me pretty crappy for the next 2 months. But it was because we were moving to a different location, and I just remember thinking, what am I going to do now? What am I going to do now? And I was looking for a job, and I couldn't find a job. Nobody wanted to hire me because I was either overqualified, or they knew that I wasn't going to stay because I was making more money at my prior, my current or soon to be prior job than what they could offer. So they were like, you're not going to stay here. You're going to just walk out. You're going to find something else, which probably would have been true. But I actually didn't realize that's why you have to be careful what you manifest, because or what you're trying to manifest, because you really do have to think about the things that you may not be ready for. I was like, oh, this is going to happen for you. I'm going to manifest it, and it manifested before I was ready for it to happen. But when are you ever ready, right? I mean, you have to be ready. You've got to be ready at any time. I didn't think I was ready for it, but I was ready for it. Just didn't know what I was going to do once I had it. And but I would have stayed in that job until something else would have pushed me out. The universe came in and was just like, girl, what are you doing here? They do not respect you. They do not, value you or what you bring to this business or this organization. Get the heck out. That's what was going on with it. And so it was like, there you go. Figure it out. You're going to get into something better, something new, which I actually did. Took me 4 months after we moved, so a total of 6 months to find a replacement corporate job where they value the individual and they have really good morals, really good values. They encourage education and development in so many ways, and work-life balance and stuff like that. That's why it's going to be really hard for me to leave a corporate job and go into my passion position full time. But I figure if Dave Hollis can do that, I sure as heck can do that. Dave Hollis, he worked at Disney, for goodness sakes, and people are like, why the heck would you leave Disney to go and pursue this? But he did, and he's freaking phenomenal. If you haven't read either of his books, he's got 2 books out. Read those. And then same thing with Brandon Bouchard. I've talked about him before, how he left his corporate job, and he's one of my coaches. I've got a couple coaches, but he's one of them. And I guess here's my point with this. You have an option, and you can stay in the position that you know in your heart is not the place for you to be, or you can do what it takes to move out and to do something with your passion, something that fires you up inside, something that totally ignites you, like me with my coaching and with my nonprofit organization. Those are just incredibly awesome, and I see these both as long-term endeavors that are going to impact thousands and thousands of people. And I just hope that I can one day bring like people together the way that Scott did, like in a local community, and the way that some of the other people I know, J.B. Glossinger, another really, really great mentor of mine. He used to have like his meetups and stuff a couple times a year, and we'd all fly and we'd spend a couple days together. And some of my best friends are people that I met through morningcoach.com, and it's just so amazing. Anyway, I'm kind of getting into like this remembrance kind of thing, and I'm sorry about that. But anyway, I'm looking to build a community like that. So I hope that if you watch the video and you like the stuff that I share, you like my personality, we kind of click a little bit or what have you, find me on Facebook. It's under spring.h.whipple, that's me. Or you can go to my page, which is the Embrace Life Coaching. No, there's no and, it's just fitness. If you do the at thing before the at sign, and you can do that. I'm there. or you can also find my nonprofit organization, To the Next Chapter. It's the number 2, not T-O or, T-O-O or, what I'm saying, T-W-O. It's just the number 2 and then the next chapter. That's my nonprofit organization. So, thank you again for spending time with me, because I know it was kind of a rambling video, but this is like true and dear to my heart. And when Scott was brought up today, I was both laughing and smiling, and also had tears, because he is very, very, very much missed out in our community. All right, anyway, take care, guys. If you have anything that you want me to comment about or to video about for personal development, motivation, inspiration, courage, transition, please let me know. I'll be more than happy to help you in any way that I can. All right, take care, guys. Bye.